Hi, and welcome to our total body reset today. My name is Skylar Ramirez. Let's get started. So first of all, let's come up to standing. Take a moment to take your feet out to the width of your pelvis bone. So just a friendly reminder, pelvis bone width is going to be more narrow than your fleshy hip. We want the toes to turn in just a little bit. Hopefully we're rotating the bones of the legs and relieving some pressure on your back. Bend the knees. Roll those shoulders back a few times. We're just going to start with easy shoulder rolls. And then as an added bonus, go ahead and make a fist with your hand. Pull the shoulders up, roll them back, and release those hands out. Release that fist. Inhale, make a fist, pull it up. Exhale back, release, and release it with the breath. Inhale up, exhale back. Just one more. Up and back. Let's inhale, take the left arm up. One big inhale, reach it up overhead. And as you're inhaling, reaching that left arm straight up towards the sky, lean over to the right, push down into the outer edge of your left foot. Breathe up into the upper left lung. Exhale, lower that left hand down. Switch arms, taking the right arm up and overhead. Big breath in. Reach it up, take a big breath, reach it overhead, lean over to one side, lean to the left, push it to the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale into your upper right lung and pull the rib up away from your waist. Bring it to center. From here, both arms come up and overhead. Nice big breath in, big reach. Palms are facing in as if you're trying to press into a volleyball. So maybe it's not a bowling ball today, not a lot of weight. So there's a lightness that you're able to recruit in the body, pressing in and overhead. Step your left foot back. Bend the right knee. Take a look down at the left foot. Maybe lift that left heel and pivot it behind you. So it'll position in your pelvis. From here, lace the palms together over your head. Push the palms out and up overhead. Lean over to the left. Keep pressing into the inner blades of the feet. From here, we're creating a big stretch that goes from the left foot to the left hip across to your right armpit. Big inhale. Push with that right wrist. Now bring it to center. Release the hands. Stepping to neutral. Inhale, arms overhead. Holding onto a volleyball, press the hands in. Step your right foot back this time. Bending the left knee. Let's take a look at our toes. Pivoting that right heel back. Both toes are forward. Lace the fingers together. Keep a small bend in your left knee. Invert the palms. Press out and up towards the sky. Lean over to the right. Push into the inner blades of your feet so you're able to strengthen through that midline section, establishing a strong center of gravity. Push through your left wrist, press over to the right a little more. When you're ready, bring it to center, release the hands, and step it to neutral with your feet. Inhale, sweeping both arms up and overhead. Nice big breath in. Oops. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Nice big breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms back and around. Bring the hands down onto your thighs. And push the hips back behind you. Flip your hips back so that you're able to create just a little bit of a slope in your low back. Hopefully we're promoting some healthy circulation in the low back, taking some pressure and tension off the bones in your spine. From here, take your right hand across to your left thigh, reach the left hand out, and we're going to make at least 3 big circles. So lift that arm up. Circle the arm around, and maybe these first few circles, there's not a lot of movement in your waist or through the trunk of your body, but eventually, as we warm up that shoulder joint and upper spine, eventually add in more of a trunk rotation with this. So the movement is going to start small, and then we'll allow that movement to expand out from that more conservative range of motion. One more big circle. Circle with your ribs, with your waist. Circle back. Take the left hand to your low back. Keep bending the knees. Push your left hip forward and your right hip back. So what we're doing is we're twisting both shoulders to the left, but both hips hips are pressing to the right. It's called like the twisting or the corkscrew effect with the body. We're trying to detox through the gut. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, relax. Both hands to your thighs. Go ahead and keep pushing those hips back. Straighten the legs with the hips pressed back. And now walk your hands down towards your knees. Then pause. Inhale. Exhale down a little. Pause. Moving really slow. Inhale, come up a little. Pause. Exhale down. Just one more. Inhale, come up a little. Exhale and pause. From here, bend the knees, both hands to your thighs. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Take the arms out, stand tall. Reset the spine, reach overhead. When you're ready, sweep those arms back behind you. Put the hands on the thighs. Press the hips back and establish that slope in your low back again. Again, hopefully we're taking some tension out of the low back. And as we do that, we're able to promote healthy circulation of blood and other essential spine fluids. That's going to be the hard reset on your spine. Take your left hand over to the right thigh. Keep bending your knees. Take your right arm forward like you're shaking hands with someone. A few circles, but just focusing on your rotator cuff. So not a lot of movement right now through the chest, not a lot of movement at the waist or in the trunk of the body. Just enough to warm up around those delicate tissues that connect to your neck and your rotator cuff. Now maybe make that movement a little better. Start to turn your heart in the direction of your hand. Look behind you. Maybe even feeling that twist move down through the waist and the hips a little bit. At least one or two more. Circle it out. Take up as much space as your body possibly can. Put the right hand on your low back. Keep bending those knees. Press your right shoulder back and press your right hip forward. So we have these body parts moving in opposite directions to create a nice big detox in the gut. Look over that right shoulder to accentuate that twist from your tailbone, through your navel, up through your throat, and all the way through the crown of your head. Holding that twist, keep breathing easy. When you're ready, slowly bring it around to center. Place the hands on your thighs. Inhale, lengthen out, bend the knees, push the hips back. Hold it there with the hips flipped back. Big inhale. Straighten the legs. Keep pushing your hips back. This is to get into your hamstrings, these muscles in the back of the legs, and also behind the knees. So behind the kneecap, behind the knee joint, those places can get really tight and they can actually lack healthy circulation. Let's stretch it. Big inhale. Exhale, walk the hands to the kneecaps and just pause. Exhale from your throat. Inhale, come up a little. Exhale down a little. Walk the hands down, pause. Heavy exhales. Walk the hands down. Big exhale. One more. Inhale, come up a little. And then exhale, release. When you're ready, walk those hands up. Bend the knees. Nice and slow. Flip the hip back. Finding a neutral low back to reset the spine. Arms go out. Push into the feet. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, bring it up. Nice big breath. Exhale, take the arms back. All right, let's add in just a little bit of a balance challenge now. Feet are at the width of your pelvis bones. Take the hands in at the heart. Push your hands together with as much pressure as you're able to maintain some comfort. So hopefully we're countering any prolonged periods of time where you may have had to sit with your hands down to type or to do paperwork of any kind. You want to push into the heels of the hands, hopefully opening up the wrist. Now to work on balance, close the eyes, step your left foot back to casual stride, and now open up your hands like you're playing an accordion. You're going to pull your hands open, pull your elbows back, and imagine you're trying to hold a golf ball between your shoulder blades. To activate those muscles a little more, just act surprised, and it will pull those elbows back and engage those muscles behind your heart, hopefully resetting your posture. Bring it to center, eyes place, push into the palms, step your right foot back. Eyes are going to stay closed. Bend the left knee a little bit. Hold it here. Be aware of the tension, the pressure, the effort, the sensations in that pressure as you push the palms together. And when you're ready, eyes are closed. Start pulling those hands apart, just like you're playing an accordion. Pull those elbows back, lift your ribs, maybe even open the throat, but try keeping the eyes closed for the sake of building up your nervous system for better balance. When you're ready, inhale, press those palms together, press the thumbs to the chest, and step forward. We're going to do that one more time slow on each side, and then we'll pick up the pace to kind of train the nervous system and to train us to balance a little better. Eyes closed, push into the hands, thumbs are pressing to the center of your chest, chin down, step your left foot back and bend the right knee. Inhale, pull back with your elbows, pinch the shoulder blades together, lift your chin, eyes are closed. When you're ready, slowly start to push the palms in towards each other and step forward. Eyes are closed. When you're ready, step the right foot back, bending the left knee. Inhale, open up, big breath in. Pull the elbows back, lift the ribs, open the throat, eyes are closed. Try keeping the eyes closed as you press the palms together. And now step forward. Now, to really test the nervous system, to test our muscle memory, we're attempting to pattern that movement, one breath, one movement. So we're going to choreograph the movement of the ribs and the breathing muscles with the movement of the muscles that connect from your middle back down to your legs. So let's try this. Hands are together. Inhale, left foot back, open the arms. Everything all at once. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, right foot back, open the arms. Eyes are closed, and then step forward. Eyes can stay open a few times. Left foot back. Exhale, forward. Right foot back. Exhale, forward. Eventually try closing the eyes. Left foot back. Step forward. Right foot back. Step forward. Just one more on each side, keeping the eyes closed for as long as possible, so we're hopefully able to repay some unique neural pathways. Once you feel it's even on the left and right, take it to center, open up your feet just wider than your hips, and turn your toes out 45 degrees. We're finding pretty much a conservative plie position. Bend the knees, place the hands on your waist or hips, and push your hips back a little bit. Let's look down at our knees and maybe shift left and right a little bit, seeing that when we bend our knees, they do bend in the same direction as our toes, preferably in the same direction as your second, third, and fourth toe. Keeping those knees bent, bring the arms up. As you inhale, reach it overhead, make fist with your hands, pull the elbows straight down, bend your knees, and press those hips back. So you're gonna pull the elbows in and press those hips back. We're creating a nice, strong squeeze for your lymphatic system under the armpit and around your hips and groin region. Inhale, arms open, stand up tall, open the hands, big breath in, look up. Exhale, make fist with your hands, pull the elbows in, push your hips back and bend the knees. Imagine you're trying to hold maybe just a small purse or a clutch under your armpit. You're going to squeeze under that armpit region. Couple more. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, making fists. We're creating an ever so subtle pumping action to encourage some healthy movement of lymphatic fluids. One more. Inhale, arms open. Reach it up. Make fist. Exhale, bring it down. Pull it down and push your hips back. Let's add on to this for the sake of mobility. Inhale, come up. Arms are straight. Exhale, making fist come down. And this time, twist towards the left and look over your left shoulder. Press your right knee back. Usually the right knee wants to twist in here. Inhale, bring it up to center. Stand tall, open the hands. Exhale, bring it down. This time, twist to the right. And as you twist to the right, push your left hip back or press your right hip forward. So again, it's this action of a twist that we're creating. One more time on each side. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, come down, fist with the hands, twist to the left. Push that left hip forward, left shoulder back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Twist to the right. Push your right hip forward, right shoulder back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, relax your hands down. Turn your left toe forward and turn the right toe all the way out. So the alignment for this stretch is a perpendicular foot foundation. It's a little bit of math lingo in there. If you were to draw your right heel back, it would be touching the arch of your left foot. This does matter for this particular stretch. Keep your right leg straight, the left toe that is forward, bend your left knee and push your hips back. So we've been practicing this hip press back. We've been practicing some trunk and some torso stretches. All of it brings us to this point. And this is a very big stretch with a really big opening in the side of your left hip. When you're ready, straighten your left leg. Keep pressing your hip back, but bend your right knee this time. You can hold the right hand on the thigh, tuck the left hand to your low back to accentuate the stretch. You could straighten both legs and maybe slide your right hand past your knee towards your shin. Keep rolling that left shoulder back. The stretch is moving from the inside arch of your right foot to the inner right thigh, and then across to your left chest. It's a very big stretch. Let's bend that right knee, slowly come up, easy does it. Switching out our foundation, right toe forward and left toe out to the side. Go ahead and drag that left foot back. Let's do a quick check. Left heel can touch the arch of the right foot, and now make that space. Straightening your left leg, bend your right knee, push your hips back, and lean into that right hip. You really want to put pressure on it as you open up the outside of the hip. This is also an area known as the piriformis. It also opens the iliotibial band, the IT band. If you've ever done any type of foam rolling, usually you'll roll out this part of your body and ooh, it can hurt so good. When you're ready, slowly bend your left knee, straighten the right leg. Left hand can stay on that left leg. Keep pushing into the outside of that right hip. You can hold it right here. You can take the right knuckles to the low back. Easy does it. It can feel very different from one hip to the other. Option to straighten both. This stretch is very big. Roll that right shoulder back. This stretch goes from the inside of your left arch on the foot to the inner part of your left thigh, and then it moves up to your right chest. It is a very big stretch. If you'd like to experiment, bypass the knee joint, let that hand slide down towards your shin. Keep caressing that right shoulder back. Remember to smile about it. There are some muscles in the hips and the pelvis that can cause tension in your jaw. When you're ready, bend that left knee. Push off that leg, nice and slow, bring it up. Let's turn both toes forward. And if you have maybe a lot of pain in your hips, or if you ever notice that you get achy during the day in your low back, I'm going to recommend today that you create a pigeon toe foundation. It sounds really odd, but there are benefits to standing in this sort of a stretch. So to be pigeon-toed, we turn our toes in and our heels out. We are internally rotating the largest bones in the body. From here, support the lower back and spine with hands at the hips and waist. Start to slowly flip your hips back. The knees can have a tiny bend, but we don't want them to touch or be knock-kneed. So just a small bend. Keep pushing your hips back. Breathe deep. We're going to hold this stretch for at least 3 to 5 more cycles of breath. So take in one big inhale. Exhale from your throat. Big breath in. The more you relax the jaw, the greater potential there is to relax your back and hips. The nerves, cranial sacral connection, communicate to each other. If there's tension in your back, you can loosen that through the jaw. Just one more big inhale. Now slowly come up, push into your feet, swivel those heels back, both toes are forward, come to a neutral standing position. All right, so we have been doing a little marching test for the sake of coordination and also to help to correct some possible equilibrium issues that can be affected by the ears. Let's start with marching in place. To do this, you're bringing your right arm forward and your left knee up. So it's opposite arm, opposite knee. Swing those limbs down, take your left arm up and lift your right knee. And now swing it down. Let's speed that up. So we're just marching in place, not too fast. We want to take enough time to go through the fullest range of motion possible so the body has an opportunity to express a lot of movement. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, relax. Inhale up and relax. Couple more. One more each side. All right, now here's the test, the bigger test. Closing the eyes. Let's look at the position of our feet on the floor. We're going to march 10 steps. That means 5 sets. Left, right is 1 set. We're going to march 10 steps. Then we'll open our eyes and notice if our body turned left or right. So again, this is a little test for our equilibrium. Let's close our eyes, lower your chin a little bit, take a moment to recollect the space around you through your mind, establishing a little more balance in the mind's eye. Right arm, left leg, let's bring it up and down. Right leg, left arm, down. Keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause, open your eyes, look at your feet. Notice if the body naturally repositioned itself apart from neutral. Try not to judge it, just be aware of it. That's all we're asking for. All right, let's add on to that by going across with the limbs. So we're taking right to left knee and down, left hand to right knee and down. So a few times through the movement, pattern the movement with your eyes wide open. This is going to lay some really great neurological pathways and some building blocks. So eventually we can close our eyes. All right, let's try closing the eyes. We have 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Knees up. 9, 10, and stand. Open the eyes again. Notice your step. Notice your foundation. If it has shifted, just know that we want to keep doing this. We want to end in the same position we started with. That's the end goal for this exercise. All right, shake it all off. As we reach the end of our total body reset today, just take a nice big breath with me. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, take it back. 2 more. We're going to flood the body with lots of oxygen. Last one. And take it back. And you are done. Whew, that's a little button. That's the reset button that we press. Have a fantastic day. I will see you next week, and we have meditation tomorrow at noon.